Good morning, everybody, and welcome to Saturday Morning Makes. This is Venus. I have realized that I cannot do this all year long. As much as I want to so badly. Gosh, the summer comes and so many things are happening. So, good things, but just busy. So, my son and my daughter in law have a garden, like an acre garden, and producing so many things. They now work two farmers markets and work with a couple of other nonprofit people in the community. So just massive production there with the vegetables. So we help out as much as we can with that. I think between me and my daughter-in-law, we've already canned over like 100 quarts of green beans. She's working on doing a bunch of tomato sauce and stewed tomatoes. I've literally got 50 pounds of tomatoes that I'm going to be working on. I got my roaster from Amazon. It's kind of new for me. I've canned, but I've never made tomato sauce, so that will be fun to make a whole bunch of tomato sauce just to kind of stock the pantry with tomato soup, tomato sauce, and stewed tomatoes. And after this 50 pounds of tomatoes, I've got another one coming. So anyway, this garden is a monster. They do not mess around and they are serious about just farming. And so I've been really kind of stepping in with a lot of that. So as well as we have Airbnbs, and the summer is our busiest time, and I work a full-time job. So yeah, I just have no time. But my goal is to try to figure out a way to maybe do it every other week. I'm not sure, but I'm back and I'm loving it. The past couple of weekends, I've had a chance to kind of take a minute and come up to my craft room, and I wanted to share with y'all, and I'm glad to be back. I watch everybody else's videos and I'm like, oh my gosh, that's so beautiful. I want to make that. But I can't. I have 50 pounds of tomatoes that I have to work with. So, no, it's all good stuff. It's just so busy. So, anyway, I'll share what I have with y'all, what I have so far. Of course, Miss Jillian Norwood, I get tons of inspiration from her, and I see her little things and just have too much fun. So, I'll start with these tags. Now, I'll show y'all what I made or what I used to make these. You're probably familiar with some of this already, but I'll show you real quick. See this little ginger here? This is from My Creative Time. I've got a lot of My Creative Time stuff. In fact, I just got two big purchases. I just went nuts because I haven't done any crafting for so long that I was like, okay, that's it. It's time to just start kind of grabbing some things that I've been wanting to get for some time. So I got the Sweet Ginger Bread Person die. I don't know if you can see that. Sorry, I'm a little rusty here. MCT D425. So that's this die set here. And you'll see I used this for the little girl here and for the little boy. And for the little boy, you see I have a bow and that candy cane, and that's within this die set. So you see the candy cane, and then here is the bow die is here. So that's what I used to make that part of the tags. And for the little girl here, she's got her baby. See that little ginger baby that she has? I actually used this that I got a while back from Peachy Keen, and it's it's actually the clothes and accessories die and stamps. It's the PSKD010 from Peachy Keen. So you see this little stamp here, and it came with dies as well, I believe. Well, I stamped this out, and I just kind of cut out the one portion and kind of left that little portion off. That way she's got her little baby. So that's her little baby, her little ginger baby. And the papers I used, I think this plaid, or gingham rather, is from Honeybee Stamps, and then a lot of this is just from my stash. I think this is from Arala Miha shop, this pink rose paper. And for the faces, both of them have, there's faces that come with the dice set, sorry. But I used Peachy Keen faces for both the boy and the girl, and I'll show you that right now. So those faces are, let's see, did I get those out? Yes, I did. Okay. So I used, sorry if there's a glare, for the boy I used this face, and for the girl I used that face. And this is from PK 3000, Jill's favorite stamp set. So that's the faces that I used to put on my gingers there. And of course, the little spoon or the little rubber spatula here is also from My Creative Time. And that is this particular stamp set. And this is called, I'll show you here, Jingle All the Way. MCT 393. And it comes with the die and the frosting die. It also comes with the actual stamp and some sayings, and I used one of the little sayings here to stamp onto the tag, to the rubber spatula. Very Merry Wishes. So that's that part of the tag. And for the little boy Ginger, I also gave him some antlers here. And that is also from My Creative Time. That is the Ginger Antler Stamps and Dies, MCT 429. And it comes with a couple different sizes and different ways to put the antlers together, as well as some little sayings here. So that's the little antler. And the tags themselves are from these particular tags that are also from My Creative Time. And it is the Tall Tag Frame Die Layers and the Pretty Scallop Tall Tag Die. I'll show you the name here, so you can, if you want to look on My Creative Time, her website, and grab these. That's what I used to put the tags together. So basically, as you can see, these guys layer up really nice with these guys. They just fit really well together, and you get that nice layered tag. So you get your nice stitched tag here in the front, and your scallop piece behind. Now the papers I used for this guy was actually from My Creative Time too, and I don't think I got I didn't, my apologies. This is a paper pad for My Creative Time as well, and you can go on our website and see all kind of different ones, and you'll notice this guy, and it also had some of this gingham as well. So I just thought these were too precious. And of course, each one of them has like a little tag. This is from LOTV DigiShop, Lily of the Valley. I didn't get those out either. I forgot how much work goes into laying everything out, before you start your video. So I'll try to get better at that. But yeah, these are those little tags from LOTV DigiShop, which is Lily of the Valley. If you look up their website, you'll see there's a bunch of stuff that I still need to collect from those guys. But this is the empty tag that comes in one of the stamp sets, and this saying is actually from the reindeer die. So what I did was I took this one here, Shine Bright, and I stamped one, and then I stamped another, and that way, you get them to kind of stand on top of each other instead of go across. So that's how I got that on there. And these little charms are just, and the Jingle Bell are just things I've had in my stash. I forget where I got them. And then, of course, just some ribbon for this guy. And I love him, and I've got just, a little embellishment there. All that stuff that you have in your stash. Typically, we have all those types of things. I'm sure y'all are just like me. You see stuff at the Dollar Tree and wherever, and just get little goodies like this when you can. So the faces, like I said, those are the Peachy Keen faces that I showed you. And then from there, I just kind of followed after Miss Jill Norwood, how she takes and uses that white gel pen and just kind of highlight pieces. And it just makes that face pop. It gives it more character. And I put some little pink marker, made some little circles, and just put those little 3 dots there to kind of just make everything pop. Now for the Ginger Baby, I just used like a little, there's a stamp that comes with this set. So I cut the baby out and then just kind of used some of my glitter paper and just stamped that little face and the little buttons there. This scarf is actually from another little set. It's a random set that I found at Amazon, and I don't have the labeling or the package, but that's where this little scarf came. You could probably really easily make something too, even probably just draw something out and cut it out, because it's just, just such a small little space here. But again, I used the LOTV DigiShop blank tag here, but instead of putting any kind of words or sentiment on it, I just hot glued one of my little plastic snowflakes. So, and these stars, gosh, I forget where the heck I got those, but I die cut them from one of my die cut sets. And that's the beginning of my ginger tags. I'm going to make a whole bunch more of these. I love these. I had too much fun with those. So that's what I have there. I kind of have a bunch of, got some vintage things that I've made here. So just a few. So this, I think I'm going to make into a tag like so. Or maybe put it on a card. I don't really know. I'm not sure. It's beautiful. I just love this. I used a bunch of different little things on here. This was a printout from something from Etsy. I don't have the name of it, and I'm sorry, but it came out as a printout on a whole bunch of them and on one page. So I cut it out. I inked around the edges. And I used a few things to kind of just dress it up a little bit. Right here, you can see, I can't see because of the way my phone's sitting. See this little stamp right here? It says December 25 with a little postage right there. That is from Whippersnapper Designs. I finally got this. I just got this a couple weeks ago. And it's designed by Anna White, and she is another fun lady to watch. I watch her a lot too. I get a lot of inspiration from her as well. But anyway, that's this stamp here. So I did that here in the corner. That's what this is. And then right here, I don't know if you can see it. It's another little kind of postage stamp with a tree there. I got these from Studio Light. And this is called Christmas Elements. Again, I learned this from Miss Jillian Norwood. I like them a lot too. She loves them, and they've got so many cute things. So you can kind of, oh, here we go. Let's look at these images here. So they're just really kind of grungy and kind of, I don't even know. I guess grungy is the best word. But that's the little stamp that I put there in the corner. And then this little stamp here, see the little stars? I used it as well. And I just used a really soft brown color and stamped the stars all the way around, just kind of random, all the way around. I did a bit more of that postage I think I took one of the, like the tail end of this guy here, you know, just use that piece of it and kind of came across like so to get that right there. And the tree, I kind of just did part of the tree, not the whole tree, just kind of stamped it off to the side with, is it Rustic Wilderness Distress Ink from Tim Holtz, that green color? And the tree I used is from this stamp set. And I don't have the name of it, the packaging, I apologize. It's one of the Tim Holtz ones, and it's one of the smaller little sets that you can find like at Joann's sometimes. And it's this tree right here. So that's what that is. And then I've got the words, Let It Snow. I got that from, they're called Remnant Rubs. They're basically rub-ons. It's a Tim Holtz thing. And it was, I got a few packages, so the one I used was this one, Let It Snow. And so what I did is I just rubbed on one word at a time and kind of stacked them up so you get that look. And then I came through with, again, a white gel pen and just dotted all over it. So to make that one. And this pretty paper here is just part of some stash, you know. So that's another thing I made, another vintage. I kind of went on a vintage roll. Here's another tag I made. So this tag has just a bunch of things that I got. I got this a few years back out of I don't even remember where, but I cut them out with my little scallopy scissors and kind of lined them up, make it look like a postage stamp. And it came just like that. It already had that little mark on it. This is some Tim Holtz ephemera right here. Now this stamp that I used here, and that there's a stamp that I've used in the background as well, as you can see. That came from this paper pack, or stamp set. I found it on Amazon. It's Global and I'll let you look at that. And let's see if it has a name to it. Global Land. Apparently I'm having trouble reading. Anyway, I found this on Amazon, and if you want to look at it too, you could pause this and look at it. It's called Retro Christmas something home, but that's the number of it there. But yeah, look at these stamps. Look how cute. It's not really showing you very well, is it? Hold on a second. I'll pull that out. I think I got them backwards. But they weren't very expensive. It was like $5-6 or something like that. And they're not the greatest quality. I'm not going to lie. They're kind of, they're thin, but they do what you need them to do. They're very pretty. But here we go. Here's a better look at the images. And I love these because you can kind of use them, little snippets or even just little pieces in the background of a stamp. And that's kind of also what I did here too. Like, so you'll notice I took this stamp and that's in the background here. So it just kind of shows in the background. There's different little bits and pieces of a stamp that came from, where did it go? This guy. I love this guy because he's got like a little statement right there. 'Tis the season. It's the most wonderful time of the year. Just little stuff like that that you can just kind of stamp around as almost like a background piece. So that's what that is. And then this little stamp right here, I feel like maybe I'm out of frame. I'm sorry. It's real dark. I don't know if you can see it. But Miss Jillian Norwood uses these a lot, and it's this set here. It's called Winter Vintage Set. From Wintertime Stamps. Wintertime Crafts. So yeah, I finally found these. It's got this. I love this. I see this a lot in some of the stuff she makes. So yeah. So this is just like a compilation of a bunch of different things. And then, of course, I came through with a Tim Holtz charm that says Believe. I had a jingle bell that I kind of put some glitter on. And this twine I got last year at Hobby Lobby or somewhere. I can't remember. But it's kind of sparkly. Now see the glitter that I have on it? I don't know, it's pretty sparkly. I just got it just on little bits. I put just little bits of glue and just dabbed it here and there. That is the Tim Holtz Distress Glitter, and it's called Garland. That's this stuff here. And it really does pop. I don't know if the camera's picking it up the way I think it is or not. But, I mean, it just really does pop. So, and this is the back of it. Just had something for my paper stash. But I love putting these together. It's like a collage of just different items, just ephemera and stamped out images, background stamps. And oh yeah, this is from that remnant rubs that I showed y'all, that Tim Holtz little rub-ons. I put that there too. So there's that. And I got one more thing to show y'all. I'm hoping to come back next Saturday too, because I'm just on a roll. I'm ready to craft. And I tell you what, nobody better stop me. No, just life gets busy. You know how that goes. So, oh goodness. This is my last one I'm going to show for the day. And I love him. Oh my goodness, I love him so much. So this is just some ephemera from a Tim Holtz pack. I can't remember which one it was, but you know how he comes out with those packs of ephemera. And this is a doily frame die from My Creative Time. And that doily set is Eyelet Doily Dies, MCT D457. So that's where the doily came from. The scalloped edging here, I used, oops, I think I just hit my camera, sorry. I used that paper back here, this is from here, and that's also from My Creative Time, from Beautiful Basics. And that scallop background, that is Pretty Scallop Rectangle Frame. Okay. And the background paper was like a really pretty aqua snowflake design. I'm looking at the red and the aqua a lot anymore. I feel like I wouldn't think of it as going together, but it's actually got a really fun vintage feel, I think. So I'm noticing my eye is going towards that a lot in my projects. That little snowflake paper is this right here, and it is from Lawn Fawn, and it's called Knit Picky. I got this a few years back, actually, so I really don't know if it's still in stock or not, but and then this die, this is December 25 with a little hat that comes with it. That's also from My Creative Time. I told you I went crazy and got a bunch of stuff in My Creative Time. That is this particular die set here, and it comes with some words as well. And it is Santa December 25th dies, MCT D488. Yeah, so what I did was I just die cut this scallop frame, and then I took a strip of that glittery paper, I cut it out as well so it would match up here, and I just took some scissors and just kind of cut along the edges so you get kind of like a snowbank. So he's coming along carrying his big bag of toys. And this is just from something from my stash, just some embellishments. But I love the way that looks. The inside is just super simple. I didn't get this die out. This is actually something that came in a kit, a holiday cheer kit from Simon Says Stamp. So I bet if you look up holiday cheer on Simon Says Stamp, you could find this. Again, another piece of that paper from Lawn Fawn. And this red and white paper is from the My Creative Time paper pack. And then I just put like a little die cut bow. And this die cut bow actually comes from this set, Spellbinders. I use this a lot. I don't have the picture really, but this is, it comes with all the like a bow and peppermint and holly and all kind of stuff. So it is called Parcel and Post Christmas Decorations. And what I've been doing is for these little bitty pieces like that I kind of have a hard time keeping together, honestly. I need to get some magnet sheets, but I got a bunch of these at the Dollar Tree and some at Amazon, and I've just been kind of keeping them here. And along with anything that I've cut up before, I can just kind of pour this out onto my working space and thin it out and kind of see what I want to use, or you know, maybe I've got something I've already cut up that I want to use, and that's where that bow came from. I'd already cut it out a long time ago for something and I didn't use it. I pulled it out and I was like, my God, that's perfect. So I just used that. And the little berry that came with it was from, I'll show you this. Hold on a second real quick because I think it's cool. This particular one, this is the bow. This is the bow die. But this one has, wait for it, or is this a different one? Maybe it's a different one. Well, it is a different one. Sorry, I'm getting my die sets confused. Anyway, this one kind of works too. I'll cut this out in red and save these berries. And then that's where I get all these little red dots from. And then I can come through. Oh, here's those stars. This is the stars that I used on my my little gingerbread tag. Remember my ginger girl with little stars up in the background? That's where this came from. Oh, here it is. This is what I'm looking for. Okay, so this is just berries. That's all it is. Just run through and then you just get a ton of berries. That's what I got here. Just a whole bunch of berries for whatever, you know. I just like that. I think that's handy. So that's just, and then I can kind of come through with, I got a pickup tool, and it'll grab those things and make this process a little easier. So you're not just fumbling around. The pickup tool is very handy. If y'all don't have one, it'll really make a big difference for those little pieces, you know. I mean, I love all the little pieces, but it gets really fiddly and kind of hard to work with. So this pickup tool, there's a bunch of different ones out there, but I love this one so far. I've had it forever. It's from Marvy, and it's called Jewel Picker, and it helps with those little fiddly pieces. So yeah, and then this particular piece, the die cut that I use for this here, is one we use all the time. It's the Crazy Stitch set that Anna White designed from Impression Obsession, which y'all probably know they're closing. So if I were y'all, I'd get on there and see what you can get. Get everything you can. But yeah, that's all I have so far. And I'm so glad to be a part of the gang again. Hopefully I can come back more often. Okay, thank you so much. Y'all have a good day. Bye.